Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Saleem, Professor Selvin, and the other committee members for making this event a grand success, and also the distinguished guests in the dais. Please allow me to introduce myself. Myself, Akil John. I work as a cybersecurity specialist in General Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs. So we safeguard the digital assets, infrastructure, through a prudent combination of people, process, and technology. So humanity is in the cusp of the new era, where there's a lot of rapid advancements in technology. So I would like to take you back through my experience. I had in our primary school, for us Arabic was mandatory. That is still primary school and the high school until 12th grade. So I know how to read and write, but when I moved to the corporate world, there was communication barrier in terms of the spoken Arabic. So I actually looked into the various platforms in which I would be able to enhance my communication skills in Arabic. And I came across a AI-powered platform tool, which is called Duolingo. It's a US-based company, and it was developed in 2011. So this tool will provide you real-time feedback. You just need to mention the proficiency in Arabic, how well versed you are, and it will create a structured content for the students. It also would give you a real-time feedback if you have made any mistakes, and also you will be able to interact with the artificial intelligence avatar as well. So this really helped me. Now moving on, there are multiple scenarios which I would like to discuss over here. I had a strategic briefing at Microsoft in the Dubai Internet City office. So over there we had gone through the technology stack of solutions, what Microsoft is offering to the government entities. So after the workshop, I happened to go through the other side of the room where I found out there is a Microsoft HoloLens 2. I'm not pretty sure in the audience how many of you have heard about it. But this Microsoft HoloLens 2, it's kind of like a headset which we need to wear it, and it will help you to connect to the digital world that overlays into the real world. So the thing is, like, your hand movements, your eye movements, everything is being connected to your virtual space. So I was just thinking, by seeing this Microsoft HoloLens or Oculus Rift, these are one of the solutions. I was able to think of rebuilding my SOC model. SOC model, what it is a security operations center. So we run a 24/7 security operations center where we be able to detect the threats in real time in the network. So I have a team. They work actually 24/7 in shifts. So I was just thinking, like, if this Oculus Rift or Microsoft HoloLens is being given to them, given an option to them, they will be able to enhance in the way they look into the threats. So, and also this has expanded to other industries as well, where they are actually leveraging AI. Let's take an instance like earlier students in the biology class, one of the main important questions which we asked is actually draw a diagram, and you need to mention in detail about the parts. So that was a sure question in the exam, and people used to memorize that without understanding the spatial parts of the heart. So now, one of the professors have mentioned about augmented reality, virtual reality. Now, in this thing, we can actually integrate with artificial intelligence. And I'm not pretty sure if you guys know, you can actually, using augmented reality, you can use a 3D of the heart, where you can basically dissect the parts, you can zoom in, zoom out, understand the blood flow internally within the heart. So aorta, pulmonary arteries, it is more faster, the students will be able to learn. So the list actually goes on. There's a lot of advantages of using AI, also in teaching as well. Now I've seen, I think this is the last example, I've seen actually my professors, my teachers taking over a lot of load on their shoulders. When they actually go to their home, they need to work on their assignments. Now imagine if a classroom of like 60 to 100 students, evaluating each and every assignment is going to be a daunting task. So there is softwares like AI-driven softwares, it is actually generative AI software. It's called Great Code, where students and teachers can upload the assignments to this solution, and where it'll be able to automatically grade the same, and you can also mention the feedback. So in a nutshell, there's a lot of applications in AI which could be used into a teaching purpose, but the most important and crucial thing is the teachers need to know which solutions is the best and teach that to the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Akil. The question number 2 is, personalizing education is one of the major promises of AI. How exactly can AI tailor education to meet individual students' needs?
So very good afternoon everyone. I am Risha Justina. I am doing my postdoc in Anthem University, Dubai. I think my voice will be very horrible. That's why. Okay, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Actually, first you may think why we need to implement artificial intelligence in teaching. So we have well-equipped teachers, we have textbooks, we have articles, we have everything. So why we need to implement AI in teaching? So actually in a class, not all the students will be same. Some students will understand the concept if we say the concept with an example. Some students will understand the concept if we just they listen. Some students will understand the concept just by reading. Some students will understand the concept using animation and like gamification. So one teacher cannot satisfy all their needs. So we need to implement the AI in teaching. So artificial intelligence is customized to one according to the student needs. When it will the dynamic scheduling. Dynamic scheduling means it will analyze the habit of each and every student when he will be very active, when he will study, whether he likes to study maths or computer science, whether he knows science or everything. So it will analyze each and every student's strength and weakness. So it is a customized one. According to their needs, it will give. Next one is real-time adjustments. So students assess, they can understand the difficulty. If a student is studying in specific lesson, it will give more practice problem, it will give more text, it will recommend more videos. So regarding that, so it will give a best subject to each student. So you are good in this field, so you can go on this field. So this is how the artificial intelligence guide. Then language accessibility is also there. So not everyone understands every languages. So some people will not understand especially from rural areas. So artificial intelligence will go and reach each and every student. It should get benefit each and every student in the world. So it will language accessibility is it will translate the languages. This will be helpful for all non-native speakers. And next one is it will customize according to their learning style. That one is collaborative study. Collaborative study means, for example, I will understand the concept with an only example. So some people from some other country will have my same learning style. So AI will collaborate like a group study. How we will study in our house. So these people having your learning style, you want to get connected, you both get studied together. So this is how AI helps. It is a customized one according to their needs, according to their strength, and it will analyze each and everything like scheduling timetable. It proposes the best learning path at any time. At every time it will help us. So this is how AI will help in teaching.
Thank you, Ms. Nisha. That's wonderful. Let's go to this question number 3. While AI offers many advantages, it also presents challenges. What are the potential risks and challenges associated with AI implementation in teaching, and how can they be migrated?
Good afternoon to you all. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks to the organizers of FEDA for this inspiring conference. My name is Roger Latchman. I'm actually from Johannesburg, South Africa, so I'm passing by, and it's good to be here. That's an interesting question because I lead an organization called the International Institute for Ethical Governance and Accountability. And AI, whilst it has various advantages, also has various challenges for educators. I know that particularly many schools and universities have restricted or banned the use of applications like ChatGPT, etc. for that. However, what safeguards are there? Because if you are able to use ChatGPT for a positive purpose and for research purposes, it's a good positive thing. But however, it would depend on how one prompts ChatGPT to be able to receive the requisite answers, etc. So there are various challenges in terms of the use. But not only that, I think if I move away from the education sector, you look at in Hollywood right now, some of them are on strike, many of them are on strike because movie actors are not getting the jobs that they should be. So the challenges there is that AI is replacing human beings in movies, etc. So how does one overcome those challenges? Because you have to restrict the use of AI. Often you'll see on TikTok that there are news articles, but these are totally non-factual. They represent a certain denomination of people that want to cause chaos in the world. When I saw recently something talking so badly about Kamala Harris, but I mean it's almost impossible for her to have said those words that she had mentioned. So the use of AI has to be governed in such a way that there is no misuse. And so too in education, we need to be able to have the necessary safeguards to be able to be in place so that they can't be misused. Now, yes, it has various challenges, especially, and the opportunities far outweigh the challenges. But if it's not properly governed, we can see disaster brewing.
Thank you, Mr. Roger. It was wonderful.
Just to add a point, there is regulation authority. There is in European Union, UK, US, and China, but there is no uniform regulation authority, and that's one of the most important things. So I'll just add one of the ethical implications and concerns when it comes to AI. So when AI has just, the Open AI prompt has just launched the ChatGPT, there was like 1 million users in just 5 days. So right now there is 180.5 million users who are subscribed to ChatGPT, and the latest one is ChatGPT 4 Omni. Anyone has heard of that is launched recently? Can please raise your hand? Okay, just really few response. So the language learning models is being learned at a faster pace. Now imagine, I'll take you to one scenario. Anyone have heard about Pepper Robot? Okay, few of them have heard. Imagine that a chimpanzee, let's take that as an example. Chimpanzee has got strength, but it has not got intelligence as of a human being. Human being does not have that much strength of a chimpanzee, but it has got intelligence. Imagine you have a robot, you have a software development kit which is being programmed by the developers. So it will be able to do, based upon the sensors, it will be able to move its hands, legs. Now, there is an APK file which is there, because robots will actually operate using Android platform. In that APK file, it has got an API, that is Application Program Interface, integration with OpenAI. So what happens then? It will be able to respond, use natural language processing response to the queries which is being raised. Let's take an example, Professor Richard has a query to the robot. The robot itself will respond to it because it has got the intelligence of OpenAI. So the dark side of it is, if there is no proper regulation authority, uniform regulation authority, that robot is not a normal robot. It's a super intelligent robot. It has got the intelligence as well. If it is not properly controlled, there would be a time in which it will overcome the human race.
Thank you. So we'll move on to the question number 4. So AI has a potential to reduce the administrative burden on teachers, In what way can AI assist with the administrative and grading tasks?
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you first. I'd like to thank the organizing team for providing me a wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Okay. Now coming back here, AI is actually a very good boon to our society or to our administration for the field, in our education. By the field of teaching, when the field of AI is coming introduced now, will be a very good advantage here. First, I would like to hear for the grading system, we can have the attendance here will be a very good, easy and a very advantage one here first. And then due to the grading system, this when the resultant is given or the question is asked and when the output or the answer is given to the exact way, the answer will be, the grading system can be easily identified and which will be very boost. This one. And coming to the grading marks, but the answer which you are giving here should have be exactly the correct one. Because in a live one example, I would like to give an example. As everyone know, we know that 1 plus 1 is 2. But when we are giving it in a computer or in a binary number system, we say that 1 plus 1 is 10. It's approximately 10. Or that's a way of representing 2 in a binary number system. So when we are giving the question, we have to give the answer or the thing in an exact correct way. So once when it is done, it will be a very accurate and a very best way to give the answers or give a better one. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwin. So let's move to the question number 5. Supporting students with special education needs is a critical aspect of inclusive education. How can AI contribute to this goal?
I will answer the question.
Please.
Sorry.
Thanks for the opportunity once again. So when you talk about the special needs, it's about people of determination. When people of determination, it's not only physical, sometimes mental as well. The physical disorders and the mental disorders. As Sir was mentioning, he was very scrupulously funneling down into the assessment part of it. When a question is answered, how AI is going to help to answer the question with the multiple choice or with the provisions which are given. So with the use of AI, relating it to the special needs, we can narrow it down, funnel it down with the rubrics which are being involved in. Those who are in the teaching line, they would know about it. Involving rubrics according to the particular student. Tailor make it, personalize it according to the student application, student needs, such that we can involve even multiple intelligences, like being linguistic or natural or the numerical aspect, interpersonal, kinesthetic. So all these intelligence can be incorporated along with the AI program, and it can be made adopted to the special needs such that we will be able to cater to them. Thank you so much. Hope I answered the question.
Thank you so much.
So there is a, thank you ma'am. There is a tool which is called as Daptio. Anyone have heard of it from the audience? No. Okay, so this tool will be able to assess the students' strengths, weakness, opportunities. It's more of like, kind of like a SWOT, if you've heard of that. So there is also, we need to think about underdeveloped nations where they're still working on 2G. Are there still tools in terms of the open AI? Yes, there is. Ezima is one of the solutions which we could give to the students out there, where the topics would be sent across via SMS. So there are multiple tools out there. And one thing which I would like to stress to all the teachers would be to find the right AI tools. There's AI tools for presentation. You have Canvas, you have Perplexity.ai. Multiple tools are there, but which is the right one to use? And most importantly, data security and privacy is also one of the concerns, because all the information of the students is being stored somewhere. And that's where the regulatory bodies also come to effect, just to add a point.
Thank you, Mr. Ashwin, once again. So let's move on to the last question, question number 6. For the AI to be effectively integrated into teaching, preparation is key. How can schools and education prepare for the integration of AI in their teaching practice?
So how we can prepare to integrate the AI in education is for attending workshop and conferences so to get more knowledge. So we need to offer more courses about AI. As morning the Bhupesh has said, we should train the teachers first to getting the knowledge about AI. And second point is AI literacy is important. So when we design the curriculum, so we need to include more AI based topics to the students. And when they allotted the projects, we have to give real-time based project using the AI tools. And also collaboration with the experts, people who are working in industrial, people who are working in industry. So we have to call them like a guest lecture. We need to get so that we can gain more knowledge about AI.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all the panel members.
One point in that. See, there's a lot of academicians, they have a KPI, which is Key Performance Indicator, where you need to publish articles in Scopus or Web of Science. So there are also students which take the mentorship actually from the teachers. They would be using AI in a very unethical way. When I say unethical way, one of the examples would be, let's take an example, they use ChatGPT 4 and they're writing a book chapter in blockchain and cybersecurity. They ask the prompt that I need to write a book chapter, and each section wise they're writing the number of words for the same. So the AI prompt tools are so intelligent as days pass by that they know, for example, Akhil John, the way how he writes, the way how he thinks, his thoughts, the AI knows, because at the back end there's a profile which is being created for that particular user, and that data set is segregated, right? So the thing is, when you publish the reports in Turnitin software, I'm not pretty sure whether you have noticed, there is a how many percentage AI written. That's very much important. It should be below 10% or below 7%. That is one way in which we'll be able to find out whether the students have written using the OpenAI platform. Second of all, using the AI prompt, as I mentioned, that it will be able to understand the thoughts and write as Akhil John. How will the teachers know that whether it is Akhil has written the paper or whether it's AI? Because Turnitin will depend upon the API integration with the open source platform, which is there in the back end. If a new tool is there, if it is not integrated, what would happen then? So you would basically grade the wrong student high marks. That's not fair. That's something which you all as teachers need to think about. So AI should be included in the education, very important. The educational industry needs to allocate a separate budget for teachers in order to harness the importance of AI in their education. They also need to learn. Because new technology is going to come, every day is a new learning. Thank you.
Thank you all the panel members.